Good morning and welcome to The Brief. Here's a look at your trending stories for this morning. Sri Lanka's economy will be reformed, a statement by Prime Minister. Maldivian police arrest a sniper believed to be of Sri Lankan origin. Leading entrepreneur Somedara Singha laid to rest. Delivering the economic policy of the government in Parliament yesterday, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that the country's economy will see a number of reforms taking place in the next 2 years.
We plan to pay attention in the medium term to a few important areas of concern. Number 1, generating of 1 million job opportunities. Number 2, enhancing income levels. Number 3, development of rural economies. Number 4, ensuring land ownership to rural and estate sectors, the middle class and government employees. Number 5, creating a wide and strong middle class.
The Prime Minister also revealed the policies that would be followed to meet these objectives.
වසර 10කට වඩා වැඩි කාලයක් බලපත්‍රලාභී ඉඩම්වල ජීවත් වන සියලු දෙනාටම
We will allow those who have lived on land given on permits for over a decade to possess ownership of such lands. For those who have been living on state-owned rented houses for over 10 years, we will provide them with the ownership of such houses. We will also provide a small land and a house to the estate workers who have been living in line rooms for over 10 years. We will give priority for the construction of housing schemes for the middle class in urban and semi-urban areas. For those who will come forward to fund these ventures, we will provide state land and tax concessions. We will also introduce a low-interest-based loan scheme to enable the middle class and the government workers who can purchase these housing schemes. We will set the background for the construction of 500,000 new houses.
අප මේ ආකාරයෙන් නව නිවාස ලක්ෂ 5ක් ඉදිකිරීමට අවකාශ සලකන.
The Prime Minister went on to note that 2,500 state rural development centres through the grouping of villagers will be established to uplift the rural economy, while the budget will comprise of a number of proposals in uplifting the agriculture sector of the country.
Governor of the Central Bank, Arjuna Mahendran, attended an event in Kandy yesterday.
We have to be practical. We can't be, talking about theory here. Now, we have, from the 1970s, had a land reform commission which says that you can't have more than 50 acres to cultivate anything. The question is 50 acres enough? Is tea economical to be grown in 50 acres? This is something that nobody has asked for the last 30 or 40 years. And as a result, I think our tea industry, particularly the smallholders, are facing difficulties now. This is a complex problem. You can't just give loans to a tea smallholder, expect him or her to produce tea, and then expect them to repay those loans. It has to be part of a bigger plan, and that's where the central bank can come in.
Maldivian media reported yesterday that the Maldivian police has arrested a sniper believed to be of Sri Lankan origin. Maldivian sources state that the sniper who was arrested a week ago remains in custody and is believed to have served in the Sri Lankan military.
According to Maldivian media, the arrest had been made after a sniper rifle bullet was found when a raid was carried out last month, which is considered the biggest weapons bust in the recent history of the Maldives. Speaking to Newsfirst, the Sri Lankan Foreign Ministry, the Sri Lankan Embassy in the Maldives and the Army media spokesperson said the above-mentioned respective Sri Lankan authorities cannot provide an official statement as they have not received the details regarding the individual or the arrest as of yet. Maldivian media reported that the Maldivian authorities neither confirmed nor denied the arrest. However, it further added that security forces cautioned the public yesterday to be wary of more illegal weapons on the loose. The news of the arrest comes at a backdrop where the President of the Maldives has declared a state of emergency, citing a threat to citizens' safety and national security. Family members of Ahmad Ashraf, the youth who was arrested on suspicion for the assassination attempt on Maldivian President Abdullah Yamin Abdul Gayoom, have filed a case at the Gangodawila court, citing that the procedure followed to make the arrest was marred with errors. Ahmad Ashraf was arrested on the 1st of this month.
A complaint was filed for unlawful entry. Courts, however, has a prerogative at an instance to issue a notice in order to seek evidence. Court stated that before issuing the notice, she, the complainant, should be interviewed. However, she does not understand Sinhalese or English. She only understands Divehi. Without such facilities, she cannot provide answers.
Journalists questioned the media spokesperson, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, regarding the matter.
There are several agencies involved here and several officials who have been a part of the process, and this ministry can actually only look into the actions or inactions of the officials in this ministry. So here, in this case, there are other agencies and departments involved as well. And it's still unclear as to the exact nature of the inquiry, but whenever we have details, we would be pleased to share them with you.
The final rites of the chairperson of the EAP group of companies and a prominent entrepreneur in Sri Lanka, Dr. Soma Edurusinghe, who passed away last morning, were performed at the Borella Public Cemetery yesterday. Soma Edurusinghe was 76 years old at the time of her demise. An entrepreneur, a film producer and a social worker, passed away last morning while receiving treatment at a private hospital following a prolonged illness. Her remains were placed at her residence at Suleiman Terrace in Borella for the public to pay their last respects. Distinguished personalities including President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe arrived to pay their last respects yesterday. Large groups representing various fields also arrived to pay their last respects to the late Soma Edurusinghe. Subsequent to religious observances at her residence, the remains of Dr. Soma Edurusinghe were brought to the Borella Public Cemetery yesterday. Well, that's a wrap of the brief for today. For the News1st team, I'm Joel Artskun, reminding you to stay briefed.